Hello there, everyone, and I'm in a bad mood. So let's talk about Sonic. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing LEGO set number 40672, Sonic the Hedgehog, Knuckles, and Shadow brickheads. I think we're going to take a look at Shadow first. So, it's Shadow the Hedgehog. I like this figure a lot. I like how they use this triangle 2x2 tile piece as his, tuft of fur on the chest. The shoes are fun. I like the ridiculously over-the-top shoes that these Sonic brickheads have. And I also enjoy how they put these things to make the ring cuffs on his shoes. They didn't really do... I don't really know how they could have put his I think they're called inhibitor rings that he has on his wrists. But I do kind of wish that they had figured out some kind of way to do that. He's got the tail, the back quills. I really like how they did his head quills. How the black ones are pointing up and the red ones are kind of pointing down. It just looks really neat and I like it a lot. I'm not sure what the deal with these cheese slopes behind the ears are, but whatever. I don't see it as a negative. I think the face is done better than the first two brickheads because, while I love the Sonic and Tails brickheads, I will admit they do have some weird, quirks to them, I guess. Just a lot of weird details that don't entirely make sense. But he's got this nice printed piece here that, of course, the red doesn't really match up with the red pieces. It looks a little better on camera than it does in person, but still not great. Yeah, I do like how this looks, though, with the, kind of them meeting up at the corners. That does look nice. But yeah, I like how they did the head. I'm a big fan of how we're getting all these different color eyepieces printed. Literally each different Sonic brickhead so far has had different color ones. Sonic had green, Tails had blue, Knuckles had purple, and Shadow has red. So, the ultimate life form makes a pretty good brickheads. And there's just him off the base, which I figured I should show. But now we're going to look at Knuckles. So the Shadow is pretty good on his own. But Knux? Oh my god. I just wanted to say, I'm going to try my best to not be, over opinionated, I guess, and give this guy a bigger score than he deserves just because he's my favorite character. But putting that aside, this is still really good. They did the shoes well. I wish they printed the little gray bit on here, but that would have cost them money, so they didn't do it. He's got the tail. I'm still not quite sure what these things are, but they look great. Those are just incredible. I love how they did that. They look a little wide at the front, but I don't really mind how that looks. It's better than his head looking like a football like it does in a lot of the newer promotional art. He's got these little 1x1 pyramid pieces that I think came from Nexonites for his, Knuckles. His namesake. He's got the nice printed purple eyes, the crescent thingy on his chest, which I don't see a better way they could have done other than printing it, but that may have looked a little tacky in my opinion, so I'm kind of glad they did it this way, and I think it's more Lego-like. I just think this looks great. It looks especially amazing when you have it at an angle like that, but it still looks pretty decent from the front. And of course, here he is without the base. And they gave him his green socks, which I'm a big fan of. So, as with most brickheads, I don't really have a ton to say about them, because, again, it's basically just a buildable Funko Pop. That's not saying anything bad about these or Funko Pops, because as you've seen, wow, I talk good, guys, you know that? I have a lot of these as well as Funko Pops, so, yeah, they're great, and I like them a lot. But now it's time to look at the box and manuals. So the box is just your average brickheads 2-pack box. Not as thick as I've seen some other ones, but it keeps that nice background art that we saw on the other Sonic brickheads, and just the general design with I love the Shadow and Knuckles art on the side here. You see what I mean about Knuckles' head looking borderline almost xenomorph is the best thing I could compare it to. And the newer art, I do not like how that looks. This is good. That is better proportioned. Yes, it's stylized, but why does his head extend so far back on this? Whatever, I'm not going to get into that. And there's the Lego bricks on his shoes. Yeah, so Knuckles and Shadow, they're good. You get almost 300 pieces for 20 bucks. That's pretty good. They're number 219 and 220. It shows the actual size comparison for that piece on Shadow there. You got the side stuff. It shows them on the back. Yep, there you go. And then the information on the bottom, which doesn't really matter much. Yep, so that's that. Now let's look at the manual. As for the manuals, because there's two, I don't know why I said it singular that last time. This is the one for Knuckles. It looks like that. And of course, it looks like crap because they're the newer manuals and they use the stupid renders with the boring background. You got Wind Guy on the back, going here, and it just shows Knuckles, and that's the thing, and then that's gonna go over there. Then we have Shadow the Hedgehog. Same deal, 3 and 4, go to the back. There's straight up just nothing. And it's really boring, and I don't like it. Then you go to the back, and there's this chick, and there's the pieces. And it shows the Sonic and Tails brick heads. Yeah, I like these two. I like all the Sonic brick heads, but I think the Knuckles and Shadow are executed a bit better than these two. Though I love all 4 of them dearly. There's the build, and that's the manuals. Nothing special, you know. I don't know why I'm doing that with my hands. Anyway, let's give this set a number from 1 to 10. Oh, 10. There we go. Now it's in frame. Overall, I think as translations of these, admittedly very unique and at times odd-looking designs, they are translated very well into the Brickhead's style. There are, again, a bunch of little things that pile up, like I wish his shoes were printed. I wish they figured out a way to give him the inhibitor rings. I wish they had solved the printing problem. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess those are like my only major problems with this. So, all things considered, I'd probably give this like a solid high 8 out of 10. If they fix those little details, it would definitely become a 9 or maybe even a 10. But as they stand, they're still very good. And if you're a big fan of Lego Brickheads and or the Sonic the Hedgehog license, who doesn't like Knuckles and Shadow? So, I highly recommend this set. But that is all for today's video. And I just wanted to say this at the end here. I know I've been saying this a lot, but sorry the videos have been very all over the place in terms of topic and release date recently. Well, I guess schedule would be the more accurate word. It's just been, I won't go into details, but it's not been easy as of late. And your continued support and watching of these videos has made me feel better in the midst of some major crap. So, I thank you for that. And I want you to know you are appreciated. That being said, that's all for today. I'm probably gonna go play Super Mario Sunshine, which likely won't help with my bad mood. Anyway, that's all for now. Bye!